Hello, ladies and gents. Welcome to tonight's episode of Morte D'Arthur. Tonight we begin the tale of Sir Lancelot and that brave and noble knight will come face to face with the terrifying jaws of a dragon, which is just what we want to start the week off, isn't it? It's not a proper Monday if you don't get a dragon to fight off against. So welcome everyone. Hello, Black Rabbit, come in. Hello, Rachel. Hello, Sari. Welcome. Hello, Danny. Come in, folk. Come in. Sit yourselves down and welcome. How are we all this fine evening? Come in. Hello, everyone. How are we? Hello, Darby. Come in. Welcome. I hope you're well recovered. Well, I'm glad it was great, Jason. I'm glad indeed. Welcome back, Darby. I hope you've managed to get the end of the academic year sorted out. Arthur, we are reading. That's it. Unless people know snowbobs, Danny. It's snowbobs, not showbobs. Snowbobs is what we're all about. But welcome, everyone. Welcome, all you new folk. Welcome to the tellings of Morte D'Arthur, as read by me every weeknight. Nice to meet all of you new folk. Can I say hello to everyone? Hello, Salvatore. Hello, Lolcat. Hello, Amy. Hello, Luke and Jack. Hello. Welcome. Sit yourselves down. And yes, there will be no snowing of boobs or bobs. Not snowing of boobs, snowing of bobs. No snowing of bobs on this show. Snowbobs sounds like the kind of guy that you call up to clear out your driveway during a particularly bad winter. In fact, now I really want to have a car with a snowplow on the front just so I can call myself Snowbobs, because I bet I could easily rank number 1 for Snowbobs in Google. Snowbobs would be pretty good as a name there. Because now I'm going to find that someone else has already got Snowbobs. But I feel like Snowbobs is the man who plows out your driveway, Alex. That's what Snowbobs is. Not crash. No, come back, Rabbit. You can't crash. You have to come back. Come back to the show, because we're just about to begin tonight's show, ladies and gents. There's no really need for a preview of tonight's show. I miss you guys when I'm not here at the weekend as well, but it's okay, we're back. No recap tonight because we are at the beginning of a new season, ladies and gents. Last week, it is the tellings of the tales of King Arthur, Alex. That's what this is. Last week, we finished off the tales of Sir Tristram and Isolde. But I didn't finished as far as Mallory wrote them. Just sit yourself down, Alex. Enjoy the ride. You'll get the hang of it in the end. Last week we finished off the tale of Sir Tristram as told by Mallory, and I have promised you that when I return in May, you will get my version of the tale of Tristram and Isolde in all its greatness. And yes, Queen, I am wearing my finest chainmail for the occasion. Always got to dress up for this show, apart from the days when I don't. And so tonight, ladies and gents, we begin with the tale of Sir Lancelot as he faces off against a ferocious dragon. And if anybody can find me a dragon emoji, if you knit me the sweater, Sari, that will be dressing up truly for the show. Get me the sweater. No, Luke, that's a horse. That's not a dragon. If anyone can find a dragon emoji, you win all the points. Oh, that's... Well done, Alex. Alex found a dragon. Looks a bit more like a reindeer. Oh, Queen's in there as well with a dragon. There we go. There are dragon emojis. Here we go then, ladies of gents. Give me some big dragons when the dragon comes out in the story tonight. Here we go. Season 11, episodes 1 to 2 of Morte D'Arthur. Lancelot versus the dragon. Now, we leave of Sir Tristram de Lyon and we speak of Sir Lancelot the Lake and of Sir Galahad, Sir Lancelot's son, and we speak of how he was born and in what manner. Before the time that Sir Galahad was born, there came a hermit to King Arthur one Whitsunday, as the knights sat at the table round. And when the hermit saw the tables there, he asked the king and all the knights why one chair was empty. Sir Arthur and all his knights answered thus: "There shall never anyone sit in that seat, and if he does, he will be destroyed." Then said the hermit, "Who is he?" "No," said Arthur and all the knights, "we do not know who he is who will sit there, but he shall be destroyed when he does." "Then I know," said the hermit, "for he that shall sit there is unborn and ungotten, and this same year he shall be born, and he shall be the one who sits in that seat. And that one, the one who sits there, shall find the Holy Grail." When this hermit had made this mention, he departed from the court of King Arthur. And then after this feast, Sir Lancelot rode off on an adventure. He rode until by a time he passed over the pont of Corbin, and there he saw the fairest tower that ever he had seen. And there was, under that tower, a fair town full of people, and all the people, men and women, cried at once, "Welcome, welcome, Sir Lancelot the Lake, the flower of all knighthood, for by you we shall all be helped out of danger." "What do you mean," said Sir Lancelot, "that you cry so for me?" "Ah, fair knight," said they, "there is here within this tower a great lady, who has been here for in pain many winters and days. For ever she boils in scalding water. And but late," said all the people, "Sir Gawain was here, but he could not help her, and so he left her in pain." "But so might I," said Sir Lancelot, "leave her in pain, as well as did Sir Gawain." "No, no," said the people. "We know well that it is Sir Lancelot who will save her, so you must." "Well," said Lancelot, "then show me what I shall do." And they brought Sir Lancelot unto the tower. And when he came to the tower, there his lady was, and the doors of iron unlocked and unbolted. And so Sir Lancelot went into the chamber that was as hot as any stew. There Sir Lancelot took the fairest lady by the hand that ever he saw, and she was naked as a needle. And by enchantment Queen Morgane le Fay and the Queen of Northgally had put this damsel there, and put her in great pains, because she was called the fairest lady of that country, and there she had been for 5 years, and never had she been saved of her great pains until the time that the best knight of the world could take her by the hand. Then the people brought her clothes, and when she was arrayed, Sir Lancelot thought that she was the fairest lady of the world, except perhaps Queen Guinevere herself. And then this lady said to Sir Lancelot, "Sir, if it please you, will you go with me to a chapel, that we may give loving and thanks unto God?" "Madam," said Sir Lancelot, "come with me and I will go with you. And so when they came there and gave thankings to God, all the people, both learned and lewd, gave thankings. And to him they said, Sir Knight, since you have delivered this lady, you shall deliver us from a serpent that is here in a tomb. And then Sir Lancelot took his shield and said, Bring me there, and I might do unto the pleasure of God, and to you I will do as well. And so, hello Mark, come in, welcome Mark. When Sir Lancelot came thither, he saw written upon the tomb letters of gold, and they said thus, Here shall come a leopard of king's blood, and he shall slay this serpent. And this leopard shall engender a lion in this foreign country, the which lion shall pass all other knights. And so, then Sir Lancelot lifted up the tomb, and out of it came a horrible and fiendly dragon, spitting fire out of its mouth. Sir Lancelot drew his sword, and he fought with the dragon long, and at the last, with great pain, Sir Lancelot slew that dragon. Therewith came King Pelles, the good and noble knight, and he saluted Sir Lancelot, and he him again. Fair knight, said the king, what is your name? I require you of your knighthood. Tell me. Yes, Dawn, halfway through tonight's tale, and yes, alright, that was a bit anticlimactic. Unfortunately, I am in the hands of Sir Thomas Malory here, who has been known at times to build up a fight. Lancelot, you know, we had the Hermit comes in, the Hermit has the chat with King Arthur, then Lancelot goes on an adventure, saves the woman who seemed to be trapped in the castle by nothing more than an unlocked door. Naked as a thread, she gets some clothes, then they go out into the cemetery, dragon comes out, Lancelot goes, aha! Die! And the dragon is dead. I can only assume that Sir Lancelot entered all the cheat codes for this game in advance, as that is the most impressive slaying of a dragon anymore. But still, ladies and gents, enough of Lancelot on that. Oh, she was locked away because she was the fairest lady in all the land, Dawn. And look, Dawn, it's a well-known fact. Well-known, more well-known than a good woman, you know, in possession of a fortune needs a man. More important than the fact that Lizzie Bennet needs a good man. If there is the fairest lady in all the realm, in a realm that contains a witch, the witch will lock the fair lady in the castle. That's it. I mean, the witch, two witches here, Morgane Le Fay and the Queen of Northgully, both of them witches. Fairest lady in all of Britain, she's going in the tower for 5 years and to be tortured in scalding hot water. It's just how it goes. Because otherwise, Dawn, how is a knight meant to meet people? And you've got to think about this. Let's roll it back in time. Let's roll it back in time. Hello, Angela. Come in. Right? In medieval times, how is a knight supposed to meet attractive single women? Okay? The knights are hanging out in the castle. The castle, you've got the queen. Well, the queen is taken, right? And then you've got sort of the serving ladies and stuff. But you know, you've got to marry of your station. But there aren't actually a lot of single women at the castle. When you're going out, you're spending a lot of time in the wilderness with other men. You're not meeting any women there. Or you're going off to war. Again, war, not very many single women hanging about in the Crusades. But there is the jousting and the smiting. But even then, it's difficult, Danny. Because, you know, it's a bit like, if you think about it, going to the jousting tournament, okay? Let's roll this one back. I'm at the jousting tournament, okay? and so are, let's say 60 other knights, and we're all jousting, and there are some very attractive single women in the crowd, but the single women all want the same knight. They all want the knight who wins. Basically, all the women there, they want Lancelot or they want Sir Tristram. It's like trying to hook up at a Bon Jovi concert. You can't do it. You can't hook up at a Bon Jovi concert because all the single women want Bon Jovi. Same situation here. All the single women are after Lancelot or Tristram. So what you need to do is, in the same way that these days, people looking for a date will get Tinder out and they'll sit there on their phone and they'll be like, yeah, and they're hooking up on Tinder. Putting an attractive woman in a castle is similar to Tinder. What you do is you just have to, you're on the horse, you're on the horse, you're riding on, you go, there's a tower over there. You ride up to the tower, you get to the tower, and then what happens? Because everyone likes John Bon Jovi, Rosie, that's how I know. You ride to the tower, you have a look. Is the woman in there attractive? Do you fancy the woman there? Yes, no. Ride to the next tower. It's basically swiping. You're swiping towers, and eventually you find the tower with the woman who you want to date. That's it. You get inside, you fight the witch, you fight the dragon, you fight the guard, you fight whoever's keeping a hostage. You take the woman on the date. That's how it works, okay? That's it. Women in towers is the night form of Tinder. Or you could trip folk up with your big lance, Danny, and I'm not going to see anything naughty in there. She was already naked, it does help you to see whether you're a compatible fit. But he gave her some clothes, which is nice actually, as a first date goes, saving a woman from a castle and giving her some clothes when she's been naked for 5 years, you're already going up there in the good books. You're probably getting a second date at the very least off the back of that. Now, it's tough to top the first date in those situations, but that's where we are. Well, Rachel, I have to assume that the people who wrote those novels just clearly didn't know what was going on. Anyway, so that's it. Towers, Tinder. It even begins with the same letter, guys. That's how it goes. Anyway, we'll continue, ladies and gents, with the second half of tonight's tale, because I still haven't told you all about the Holy Grail. Okay, we've got to remember now, Lancelot is talking to King Pelles, by the way. We may have forgotten that. Lancelot having a chat with King Pelles in the graveyard after killing the dragon. You're very visible, Susan. Very visible, Susan. Welcome. Sir, said Lancelot, know you well that my name is Sir Lancelot the Lake. And my name is, said King Pelles, King of the foreign country, and cousin nigh unto Joseph of Arimathea. And then either of them made much of each other, and they went into the castle to take their repast. And anon there came in a dove at a window, and in her mouth there seemed to be a little censer of gold. And therewith there was such a savour as all the spicery of the world that had been there. And forthwith there was upon the table all manner of meats and drinks that they could think upon. And so in came a damsel who was fair and young, and she bore a cup of gold between her hands. And thereto the king kneeled devoutly and said his prayers, and so did all who were there. "O Jesus," said Sir Lancelot, "what may this mean?" "This is," said the king, "the richest thing that any man has living. And when this thing goes about, the round table shall be broken. And know you well," said the king, "that this is the Holy Grail, that you see before you." So the king and Sir Lancelot led their life the most part of that day. And fain would King Pelles has found the means to have had Sir Lancelot to have lain by his daughter, the fair Elaine. And for this intent the king knew well that Sir Lancelot should get a child upon his daughter, the which should be named Sir Galahad, the good knight, by whom all the foreign country should be brought out of danger, and by him the Holy Grail should be saved. Then there came forth a lady, who was called Lady Brisson, and she said to the king, "Sir, know you well that Sir Lancelot loves no lady in the world except Queen Guinevere, and therefore work you by counsel, and I shall make him lie with your daughter, and he shall not know that he lies with her, but he shall think she is Guinevere." "O fair lady, Dame Bryson," said the king, "how do you hope to bring this about?" "Sir," she said, "upon my pain of life, let me deal with this. For this Brisson, you see, was one of the greatest enchantresses that there was at the time in that world living. And then, by Dame Brisson's wit, she made one come to Sir Lancelot that he knew well. And this man brought a ring from Queen Guinevere, like as it had come from her, and such one as she was likely to wear. And when Sir Lancelot saw that token, know you well that he was never so fain." "Where is my lady?" said Sir Lancelot. "In the castle of Case," said the messenger, "only 5 miles from her." And then Sir Lancelot thought to be in that castle by that very night. Then this sorceress, Brisson, by the commandment of King Pelles, sent Elaine to this castle with 25 knights. Sir Lancelot against night rode to that castle, and there he was received worshipfully with such people as he seemed to be about to keep Queen Guinevere's presence a secret. And when Sir Lancelot was alit, he asked where the queen was. And so Dame Brisson said that she was in her bed, and then the people were avoided, and Sir Lancelot was led to his chamber. Then Dame Brisson brought Sir Lancelot a cupful of wine, and anon as he had drunk that wine he was so assotted and mad that he might make no delay, but without he went to bed. And he believed that the maiden Elaine was Queen Guinevere. Know you well that Sir Lancelot was glad, and so was that Lady Elaine, once she had gotten Sir Lancelot in her arms. For well she knew that same night should be gotten upon her Galahad, who should prove the best knight of the world, and so they lay together underneath the moon. And all the windows and holes of that chamber were stopped, so that no manner of day might be seen when it came. And then, when Sir Lancelot remembered himself, he arose up and went to the window. And there, ladies and gents, we will end tonight's tale. Sir Lancelot, having been tricked into laying with Elaine, daughter of King Pelles. And upon her he will get a child. That child will be Galahad. But tomorrow, ladies and gents, we'll see just what Sir Lancelot's reaction will be when he finds out that he has been tricked. It's all still to come, ladies and gents. Tomorrow, we shall find out just what happens. And Sir Galahad will begin the quest of the Holy Grail. Well, it's great to see you, Darby, and you're very, very welcome. It's great to have you back. And hello. Thank you, by the way, to everyone who came out to tonight's show. We had a great turnout. which makes me especially happy. So welcome, welcome, welcome. Hello, General. Come in, come in. Welcome. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you, Siri. Thank you, Rachel. Thank you, Black Rabbit and Danny. Thank you, Dawn and Queen. Thank you, Luke. Thank you to Game of Thrones. Thank you to Rose. Thank you, Angela. Thank you, Rue and Susan, Grindelwald and Bob. Thank you all. It kicked you off. But at least I didn't kick you off, Dawn. That's the important thing. I think Periscope has now probably gotten the idea of kicking you off, which is bad. But no kicking off, Dawn. You'll notice that when I did block the troll, I actually took an extra moment to just read and make sure. I had to stop myself and really make sure that I was blocking the right troll when they came in. It took some real concentration there. No, do not you apologise, Dawn. Don't you apologise at all. Thank you, Nassar. Thank you. That means a lot to me. I'm glad that you enjoy them. That means a lot. Thank you. Thank you. Coming up, still to come though, is Poetry Live, ladies and gents. And tonight on Poetry Live, I'm going to be reading some Elizabeth Bishop. So do please join me for some Elizabeth Bishop on Poetry Live in a few minutes. Well, that's great to hear, Nassar. I'm glad that they inspire you. That makes me very, very happy. Yes, Poetry Live, Dawn. It's coming. It's coming. Well, I have some nice source material to take it from, Siri. My excuse, Darby, is that my finger is a bit too stubby and the screen moves up. I go for the right thing and then it slips and then I get Dawn. It seems to be Dawn that I block more than anyone else. But now I'm checking. Now I'm really double checking everything. I do have an Instagram. Nassar. And I have a YouTube as well. And they're both Simon Tells Tales. So if you go up to Simon Tells Tales, they both exist. In a good way, I hope. And hello, Queen's Mum, if you're watching. Hello. Yes, Nassar, I will add you back. Don't worry. I will add. Well, when this thing goes. And it's just SimonTellsTales.com, the blog. There's the blog. There's everything. I will, Nassar. I will remember. Don't worry. Well, I'm glad. Hello, Queen's Mum. Does she like the show, Queen? Does your mother like the show? That's the important question. I hope she does. Fab. Of course, you're not stalking. You're just being a fan. Excellent. I'm glad Queen's mother likes the show. That makes me sad. Hello to Queen's Mum from everyone. Anyway, thank you, Nassar. Anyway, I'm going to close down this scope now and get ready for Poetry Live, popping up in a minute's time. We're doing Elizabeth Bishop, so I'm going to close this down, pop it back up, and then share some Elizabeth Bishop with you all. I hope I'll see you all on Poetry Live very, very shortly. Bye-bye.